Police kept a close eye on proceedings on Tuesday as Burundians turned out to vote in a presidential election that should have gone ahead last week.
The country should be stable, everybody should be protected and their safety guaranteed.
That may be too much to hope for in a nation divided. Shots and explosions echoed through the capital ahead of the vote. The vast majority of Burundi's opposition's boycotting the election, accusing incumbent Pierre Nkurunziza of violating the constitution and seeking a third term.
There's no security in Burundi. Gunfire rings out through the night. We don't know where the country's headed. We're not sure what's happening here.
Just 2 months after a failed coup against Nkurunziza, dissenting factions in Burundi's own military have now raised the spectre of a major outbreak of violence.
There is an armed opposition which is now launching an insurgency against the government. And should the military or the Burundian army see some of its members join the insurgency, we could see in Burundi an escalation of the country and possibly the breakout of a full-on civil war.
Talks between the opposition and government collapsed in the run-up to the vote. Thousands have been leaving the country every day. At least 150,000 have already fled.
Well, France 24's Nicolas Germain is in Burundi covering the election for us.
The day has been quite calm, but I must say that overnight we heard a lot of gunfire, we heard grenade attacks, and the authorities just told us that 2 police officers were killed and 1 civilian. We actually saw the dead body of 1 civilian in the district of Nyakabiga. So as you can see, the situation is quite tense, even though today it's been calmer. But of course, this insecurity overnight can explain why very few voters appear to have come to the polling stations. What we have noticed is that in the districts where there are a lot of supporters of Pierre Nkurunziza, the turnout has been quite high, but in the opposition strongholds, practically no one has voted.